G'day YouTube, Rodders Dewey here. I was recently browsing through Steam looking at some interesting games to play that this computer will actually be able to handle since my main machine is currently in bits and is not really lifelike. I came across this little visual novel. I've seen a few screenshots of it, a few other YouTubers have played it I think. It's just a quirky little game. I've literally no idea what it's about. I've just seen like the art style of it. Let's just play. Highschool, right? Yeah, see the art style. That's actually nice. Shoji. It was supposed to be a new school, a fresh start. Guys my age were supposed to have friends, to go out and have fun. Was it foolish of me to think that would actually happen, to look forward to it? I just arrived this morning, getting off the train and lugging up my suitcase up with full of clothes and personal effects along the narrow, bustling sidewalks. It's a sense I was used to every new place I moved. I was always the weird new transfer student. But, for once, I was happy to be somewhere new, a place I could really call home, a private boarding school. All I could think of was how lucky I was to be here, to have a school where I could finally belong. That is, until... Shoji. Oh, what did you say? Oh, hello. Lee? This is a bot. Oh, fuck, how do people do fucking girl voices without cringing? Oh, my voice is so deep, so it doesn't help. I'm just not even gonna do a female voice, you know what? Fuck the system. This boarding school admits girls, only admits girls. Can I press spacebar? Go away, mouse. ... Plus sign. Shoji? Shoji, are you alright? That's a stupid question. At this moment, I'm anything but alright. But, I have to play it cool. So sorry, what? You look a little out of it. I think we're all a little surprised, but are you sure you're okay? That is, it has to be... That's it. It has to be a dream. This is a nightmare, and I'm going to wake up now. I'm fine, I think. There's no need to worry. I'm sure it was an honest mistake. This isn't the kind of trouble I'm usually associated with in the principal's office. So far, she's been kind and understanding about this issue, though maybe a little too nonchalant. Okay. She looks so young that at first I couldn't tell apart from some of the other students. I've tried calling your parents, but neither of them have been answering their phone. Oh, my life story. Oh, they're probably still on the plane. It's a half truth. My parents work for the government. They always needed to travel for work, and their schedules especially busy this year. This time, even I might not be able to get to talk to them much for a couple of weeks. Which leaves you here, for the time being. This probably won't be... oh, for God's sake, my reading. This probably wouldn't be such a big deal to most students. I get that. A boy in an all-girls school, it sounds like a quirky story you'd tell to a new acquaintance. One time, in high school, I got accepted to an all-girls school. It would be great... Oh my god. It would be a great dinner party anecdote. But, right now, I feel terrified. Fair enough. My mother, she said she went to this school herself. How did she not realise? Ah, but this wasn't always an all-girl boarding school. That was only a recent change in the last decade or so. We always had a high female enrollment, but they decided to make it exclusive when your mother was here. I'm sure it was co-ed. Although, that doesn't explain why she marked you as female on the forms. It kind of looks female, I guess. Like, you know, it's not really that masculine. I mean, is that eyeshadow or blush or whatever it's called? Well, I don't know. Female? Ugh. My mother works for the government, but she can't even fill out a student recommendation correctly. Well, I wish I could do something to help, but my hands are tied. It's kind of against the rules to let a guy in. Understandable. Well, what? There must be something we can do, some kind of a loophole. It happens all the time in anime. What? I would not say that to my principal. That's a shake head moment. You do realise that this is real life, right? Ugh. IRL, get with it. I just ... Why are you so afraid of leaving? Oh, that face. If I do, I'll be dragged around the country with my parents for another year. I just got here. I don't want to leave. Please, I'm begging you, I'll do anything. An exception, huh? Well, you're a pretty effete. What are you talking about? I mean, your body, you might be able to pass as one. Well, what? One of what? Are you going to let me in? Yes, I think I know a way. The face change. Oh, I just missed that. Oh, but only if you pretend to be a girl. ... Pretend to be a girl. Is that even legal? Is it? I actually don't know. Oh, probably not for school. Looking at your file, your academic profile is very impressive. I don't think she's listening to me. We did accept you here for a reason, of course, all gender mistakes aside. We're lacking a little in clubs and extracurricular activities, but your grades and aptitude test are more than make up for it, so am I. Oh, I don't even go to extracurricular. It shouldn't be a problem, really. You'll fit right in. How can she come to that conclusion? How she came to that conclusion? I have no idea. I don't think... Listen. When did she get so close to me all of a sudden? And so serious. I know you need this. This is your final year, right? Yes. Then you have entrance exams coming up, and you need to be thinking about your future. Further delaying your admission to a school will put you behind your studies, and could be disastrous for your record. Sorry, this window's really small, it's hard to see. And my eyes are pretty bad. If you enter late, you'll be already playing catch-up with your classmates. Getting admitted to another school is going to take time. But if you stay here, all you have to do is pretend. Think of it as like a drama club that happened. She was just like opposing the idea of him being in, but now she's like, I don't know, that's weird. That's a weird plot twist. No, it's not. I don't know. Happens full time. Drama? She does have a point though. I've never had much to distract me from my schoolwork, so my grades have always been high. No friends to go out with on weekends and have lunch with during school hours. I guess it made me very studious. And while I do want friends, I don't want my grades to change now when it matters most. I guess, but how am I supposed to do that? Oh, that's the easy part. You'll just have to dress like you're one of the girls. Right, so easy. Is she out of her mind? Oh, I actually got a choice. Well, if I press heck no, will it just like boot me out and make me redo that whole thing? How do I save? Is there a way to save this? Alright, saved. Heck no. No way. I can't dress up like a girl. Oh, that music change. Oh, there's no cam. I can't see me dancing. Alright. Is that so? Are you really? I think it's a really big dick. Doesn't matter. Is that so? Is it really such a big deal? Yes. I'm not even sure why, but I'm sure that it. What? But I'm sure that it is. I can't even imagine walking around in a skirt every day. If I was ever found out, my life would be ruined. Oh, go away, mouse. You know the school is highly exclusive. But I'm not just anyone gets in, and not just anyone is allowed to stay. But there's a number of girls who would love to be in this position. Do you want to stay here or not? She's not listening again. I hope that hasn't actually like made a massive plot point by pressing heck no on this thing, because I hate it when like games like this, like RPGs, do that. And if you make one little tiny error, you don't get the true ending. If this even has ending, obviously it has an ending. What if it has multiple endings? Maybe. If you think this is an institution, if you think that this institution is somehow lacking strictly because it's an all-girls school, you're gravely mistaken. I never. And really, with numerous awards, our qualifications speak for themselves. Besides, you are insecure about your masculinity, and that you're afraid of a little skirt. Actually, I think the real issue is how masculine I was to begin with. I would have hoped for better from you, but I guess it's fine with being sent. But I guess you're fine with being sent away after all. Okay, fine, I'll stay. Excellent. I thought you'd warm up to the idea. Is that just what happened? But, what am I supposed to do? I don't know anything about being a girl. Now, I have to wear skirts and put on makeup. Oh great, now she's laughing at me. Oh, don't be such a don't be so dramatic. All we have to do is just adjust your hair a little, and you'll be fine. And it is something as simple as putting a skirt on really going to hurt you. No, but it's quite demeaning. Besides, it's not really demeaning. I don't know what it is. It's just bizarre. I don't know if I was in this situation, I don't know how I'd act. Or probably my mother wouldn't mark me as female. But yeah, besides, why would you ever need makeup? You have a lovely complexion. If only I could say that about myself. Thanks. T-Pain. What is she saying? That I already look like a girl? Oh, backhanded compliment. Shoji, honestly, if you think about it, do you really have any better option? ... She's right. Even if I don't want to admit it, I know my options are slim. It doesn't make this sound any less crazy though. You just need to get used to the idea. Settle in a routine and you'll get caught up in school. You won't even think about it. Except for, when I use the bathroom. Oh yeah, would there be male bathrooms? Maybe, I guess, if they have male teachers. Anyway. You'd be surprised how quickly humans can adjust. You're used to switching between schools, right? That's been a common theme with me so far, so yeah. So every time you switch schools, you would have to start all over. A new building to memorize, new names, new teachers. It's all unfamiliar at first, but within a few weeks, it becomes a pattern, right? Well, yes, actually. I think it'll be a lot like that. Even if you don't believe yourself, just remember that I'm behind you 100%. That's cool. It might get you through your first few days, and then it's smooth sailing from there. I don't know if it's true, but it's such a nice vote of confidence that she believes in me at least. Hopefully, I can help you blend in, not to attract too much attention to yourself. Miss Rowan. And well done. When you speak softly like that, it's harder to tell. Oh, it's not going to happen with me. I can't speak softly. I can't even whisper. I wasn't trying to. Now, Selena? Selena? Who is she yelling for? Oh. Thank you for waiting patiently. Has this girl been waiting outside the office the whole time? Shoji, this is Selena. She agreed to show you around the school and take you to your dorm. Is Shoji a girl name as well? I don't know. Selena, make sure to show Shoji around her classroom too. Here's the key for a dorm in B block as well. Aren't blocks how they refer to in prison cells? Welcome to the school. Yes, only wings. Oh, thank you. It's nice meeting you. The pleasure is all mine. I guess... Oh, hang on. I guess all your luggage... we're gonna redo that. I guess all your luggage was already taken up to your dorm when you got here. Yes, that was already taken care of. Okay, great. Then we can just get started on the tour from here. She's very cheery and seems nice, at least from first impressions. Are you ready to get started? Oh, this is so hard for me to see, guys. So if my reading's really poor, it's in a tiny window at the moment. I should extend it, but meh. Sure. This is already more difficult than I thought it would be, and that was bad enough. Thank you, Selena. Have a good time, girls. Did Miss Rowan just wink? This is the main hall. It gets really crowded before classes begin, so a lot of us choose to walk outside instead. That's fair enough. Maybe it's just me, but to stroll outside always helps clear my head. Do you like the outdoors, Shoji? Sure. Haha, sorry, sounded like a dumb question, I was just curious. Where are you from? Are you a city girl? If you were a city girl or not? Is there a right answer for this question? My parents travel a lot, so really I lived all over. Oh well, so well travelled. You're lucky. I think of travelling would be really exciting, but I never get to go anywhere. Why? Well, you'll have to tell me all about places you've been sometime. Okay, sure, whenever you want. Ah, great. Also, and this is a storage closet. Usually, only class representatives are allowed to dig around in here. But, if you do need to get something, it's polite to knock. Knock? Come on, this way. Selena seems to like to talk, or at least she doesn't mind me being quiet. This school's campus is pretty big. I'm still a little confused by the layout, as she takes me through the hallways. I realise now that I didn't even come into the main entrance this morning. Oh, excuse my tongue. Although getting lost is the least of my worries right now. And it's so hard to concentrate on all the directions with her walking next to me. Now, this isn't time to be getting distracted with things like those. I mean that. I really need to focus. And here's your classroom. Oh yeah. Where is this meant to be set in? Because I can see like little Japanese writing over there, I think. I don't know. So, this is the classroom at an old girls' school. Well yeah, it just looks like any other classroom, doesn't it? Oh yes, of course. I've never seen one before, so... Are you expecting me to be like pink or something? What? No. Haha, it's okay. I was just joking. It's a pity we won't be in the same class together though. We won't? Afraid not. Our grades are split into two classes, in a sense it makes us rivals. Does it? I don't really see why that would be the case, but if she says so. But I hear good things about your teacher, so I wouldn't worry too much. You might even be able to sneak off now and then. Sneak off? What is she talking about? I decided to leave these questions for later. Now, the real challenge is finding my way back here tomorrow. Do you mind if we're able to walk to my dorm from here? I wouldn't try and memorize the way, so I'm not late. Oh, I want to try and memorize the way, so I'm not late tomorrow. Sorry. Sure thing. That's probably a good idea. Now that you mention it. That way, I'll take you through the grounds, so you can see them too. Oh, it's like either morning or like dusk. I can tell you there's something. I actually really like this art style. I can tell there's something on her mind, from the way she keeps looking at me. She's sticking to normal questions though, which is a relief. Some students like to bring lunch out here and eat in the sun. It's a nice break from being inside all day. I just can't stand being cooped up inside and sitting still, you know? Gym at lunch is always the highlight of the day. What about you? I'm not the greatest athlete. You'll come over to my side eventually, once I teach you the ropes, that is. Part of me is hoping for an invitation to sit with her at lunch, but bet there wasn't one. Still, her kindness seems genuine so far, and I'm glad to meet her first. It would have been bad if it was someone more curious. Home sweet home, this is your dorm. It might not look like much right now, but once you get it personalised a little, you'll feel comfortable. You'll be comfortable. Thank you. I think I can find my way. What was that? Huh? Why did you shut the door? I wonder why. The number of times I've been alone with a girl in a private room can be counted in one hand. 0. I'm joking, Shoji. I'm joking. Oh, no, counting wouldn't take up any fingers. Fair enough. I've got to ask. Just cuts to the chase. I've got to ask you, you're a lesbian. Hang on, let's just think this through. I mean, technically no, but technically yes. Is that sort of a thing? Is that sort of thing girls just ask each other? What? Sorry, it's a difficult question. No. No isn't a difficult question. Or no, I'm not a lesbian. Yes, I mean both. I'm not a lesbian. Wait, was that the right answer? Just my point. I mean, I definitely like girls, but... I'm so confused. Sorry. Maybe a little forward. I just noticed your clothes. They seem really boyish. I thought maybe it was a statement. You know. The cute butch, the cute butch tomboy type. Oh, I can see where this might have come. I can see where she might have come to this conclusion. No, nothing like that. Just really like comfortable clothes. Haha. Huh. Well, I guess that makes sense. Still, I bet you'll execute in your uniform and other girly clothes, don't you? Really? Because I'm trying extra hard not to think about it. I don't think so. Aw, you're modest too. Well, I'm glad glad you're going to be with us this year. Jeez, I can't even speak. Like I said, we're not in the same class, but I'm sure I'll see you around. Have a good night. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave this right here. So far it's an interesting game. I can see where this is going to be going. So obviously, it's such a massive cult block though, this game. Being a girl, or being a boy dressed up as a girl.